Balance with a purpose.
Okay, yo, welcome to the hottest, well, the second hottest podcast on a Tuesday night.
Whoa, who first?
I meant the pink part.
Oh, okay.
Let's do a round of applause for that.
The pink part.
About to be on your head.
Yeah.
He just completely shit on the engineer. Like, who first?
Right. Y'all, welcome to Girth, goddammit. Welcome to Girth. This is not the morning show. Hold on, let me get my mic together. There we go.
Check one. Yeah.
So listen, this is not the morning show. So we don't hold up with the F words. We say we want to because we grown ass men. This is Girth. Come on every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. I specifically have a special guest in the building just so he can surprise a few people because people don't know that we all are still connected no matter what we do. Okay, you hear me? And y'all watching Girth. We got the one and only next to me, right? My big homie, the one they call Mr. Q Lewis.
Yeah, you already know what it is, man. It's your boy Q Lewis, man, holding it down live from the 48205.
Yeah.
Red Zone, baby.
Bang, bang, gang, gang. The doom was automatic weapons, I guess. And, of course, we always got the one, man, the food is the bomb. He laid us out as always, of course. We got salmon. And
With the L?
With the L.
Salmon.
With the L.
Right, and some scrimp. We got scrimp. We had scrimp in the place.
Lord.
With some spinach, with some skinach.
I need you to work on your
whole
vocabulary.
bunch of white sauce.
Actually, it's a Cajun.
Oh.
White wine.
Put some respect on it.
Put some respect on it.
Oh, God damn it. All right.
Bed of
Respect
spinach
on
on the
it.
bed of spinach.
By the one and only Chef Wilson, y'all. Give him a round of applause.
Yes.
And your third kid, because he got this food and it's slapping, I swear to God. Put your kid in
Tasty
slavery.
finish.
Mr. Tasty Finish.
So what I text you earlier, I said y'all prepared to be slapped in the mouth with flavor.
Ooh, that's what he said.
He went lying.
And of course, we got my special guest. I decided to keep it a secret because okay, fuck it. I forgot. My homie, I invited him in a few days ago. The one and only actor extraordinaire, producer extraordinaire, writer extraordinaire. Goddamn it, give it up for Don Snipes. Goddamn it, give it up for Don Snipes.
What up, dog?
What's going on?
Give it up for Don
Hey, my
Snipes.
man was dropping jewels on me before we even got on the show. bro.
Right, before he got the steps, he said, you know, the alkaline structure of your body is kind of molecular.
Now, look. Seriously, though.
I'm talking about
like
that
this
real
real
water.
shit.
Right.
Hey, I hurried up and got his phone number.
Right. I said Fred and Don get on perfect. Okay. And we got something else special in the building today, damn it. We got the one and only Funky Cold mixologist in the building. Give it up for Medina, damn it.
All right.
So,
I'm gonna need something mixed up myself.
Right.
I don't want to, be rude.
Right.
You know.
See where I can
yes. So,
brush it up at.
okay. So listen, today we're talking about balance with purpose. And of course, Chef always dropped the knowledge on us. He the one who definitely started giving us insight about bringing up our testosterone level. She beating the shit out of somebody.
You understand what I'm saying? I was just about to say that.
Boy, hey look, I'm sitting up here thinking like, ouch, that'll hurt. You know what I mean? Like, damn. So listen, when we think about what we do, okay, we're damn, okay, we wait for, okay.
You gonna wait for her to get done?
Wait for her to get. She sounds like she's murdering somebody.
My mic
Make a
on.
shave
My
ice.
mic
I
on.
want a cup of that.
Right, I want to couple whatever that's going
I want a
into.
cup of that
Hey,
ice.
Chef trying to make sure y'all can hear him. He like, shit, I gotta
y'all
talk.
heard me.
I know I can't hear nothing.
No, you good. You
You good? Yeah, they didn't hook it up where it be low to us, but it be banging on the other side. So we good.
Get right into the subject tonight. Earlier, all throughout the week, I always thinking stuff, and I have my time with God, and everything we do is for a purpose. Someone says something to you, it's for a purpose. They ask, it's for a purpose. Mm-hmm. So I said, balance with the purpose. Our life. How can you get up with one or two things missing out of your life? Purpose and balance.
Right.
How do you just do that? How do you do that?
Some people could do it out of pure ignorance.
Yeah,
but
we got to educate them. Really.
Yeah, I mean,
because we will see a change in our communities. We'll see a change in our marriages, with our relationship, with our children. Mm-hmm. A child is never too young to learn about purpose.
Yes.
You see purpose in your child before they see it, and then all you do is you fertilize it,
Make
you
it
support
grow.
them. Yes. So tonight it's going to be hot.
Yeah.
For sure.
Don't forget to give us a call at 248-854-9850. We got one of the best engineers in the podcast game. It's Fifi.
No
the
doubt.
plug. So
What
give her
up,
a
dog?
round of applause, you know. Okay, well, goddamn it, that's enough hand clap right now, Fifi. That's Fifi.
Now you realize she the only one that she played the clap for herself twice.
3 times.
She
You gotta
liked.
quit being a hater.
She obviously liked the clap.
Don't point out my flaws.
Hey,
Oh,
you
wow.
I'm just gonna let that one fly. All right,
going
I'm gonna
on,
say it one more
Jody?
time. Obviously, she liked the clap. Y'all gonna let that shit just go? All right.
You know something like that? That was way over their head.
Yeah, I said just gonna let that shit fly.
It's better than when Sean P say, he's like, Miles gave me the claps. I'm like, no, don't say that out loud.
that's something bold.
that's something bold to say. So, Chef, you sent me some lyrics.
Yeah, so for the last couple of weeks, I've been listening to Nas. And, this brother is pretty deep.
Right.
So I had watched the video and also listened to the song, Everything. Mm-hmm. And then I found myself, I had listened to it like 7 times in one day. And every time I listened to it, I got a little something different.
Okay.
So we just going to start off, last week we got into a little bit. So we just going to start off with the last verse that we left off with. And it goes, people do anything to be involved in everything. Inclusion is a hell of a drug. Some people
Facts.
have everything they probably ever need, ever want in life, and never have enough. We go around the table, man. Just please tell me what's this speaking to your mind.
Yeah, look like Miles feeding his face and shit.
I'm
so
sorry. Go ahead. You go ahead.
I'll jump in real quick. When you sent it in the group text earlier, I was looking at it, and I think this the thing though. Like inclusion is one of them words, bro.
I know.
It's like I feel that shit. Like we need to have inclusion, but I think some people overuse that shit though.
Yes.
Like you don't have to be included in everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything ain't for everybody, dog.
Very true.
Unfortunately, people think that it is, think that everything is for them, and sometimes that shit just ain't. And that's okay.
And that's okay.
That's
I had to
okay.
learn that.
I think once you get to the understanding that the shit is all right, that you're not included in certain things, and you can still go about your life and be cool, go ahead and just be cool and do that shit. I know that everything ain't for me. Like when skinny jeans came out, I knew that shit wasn't for me. I'm not included in that shit. You feel me?
Right.
I had to drive past plenty of big and tall stores. You know what I'm saying?
You're not included in
Right.
it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, mine's down to like a 27. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Oh, somebody stunting now. All right.
He's starting hard.
Length.
Oh, the 20. Okay, I'm about to say, Negro, you every bit of a 32, 34, something.
Yeah, I'm a 34.
Oh, doesn't yeah. See, I remember my jeans. I was at a 46. I was 338 pounds though.
Yeah.
Yours a little bit different
Husky.
than
Nah.
You was husky.
Nah.
Oh, no, I ain't heard that in years. What, husky?
so much.
Is that right along
38
with tough
huskies.
skins?
Husky.
So the lyrics that you sent me, can you run them off right quick one more time?
Okay, one more time. People do anything to be involved in everything. Inclusion is a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
Some people have everything they probably ever wanted in life and never have enough.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that we have, especially in Black America, right? Mm-hmm. We could live wherever we could live in West Bloomfield, in one of the biggest houses, $340,000 worth of house, whatever, right?
Right, absolutely.
$500,000 house, right? Mm-hmm. Have a wife, got 2 kids, but we want somebody else's wife.
Absolutely, that right there.
Okay.
And I wrote some.
Somebody else daughter, period.
Somebody's daughter, period.
No, you're absolutely right.
Right.
So right along with this, and I want everybody to go around the table, but I'm gonna touch a little bit on Western culture,
Right.
And what it was never for us,
Right.
but we absorbed it.
Yeah.
And we'll talk a little bit about that tonight. So just continue around the table. My brother right here, I love this brother.
Man.
He cook. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Don is a beast. You know what I mean?
We just had a brief conversation. So what do you think about it?
Man, to be honest with you, the first thing that came to my mind when you said what you said for whatever reason was that is a higher level of thinking, one. And before you get to that level, you first got to start learning about your emotions. I think I was talking to Miles the other day about this, and just the importance of men managing our emotions and understanding them. All right. When you said that people have everything, but never have enough, you know, I think about how earlier today I was listening to 19 Keys, and 19 Keys said, when you stop lying, you find your purpose much faster. Wow. All right. Period. And that means lying to yourself, lying to others, but definitely lying to yourself. You find your purpose much faster. Earlier, when the pandemic started, I was doing some studying and I had to discover what was the difference between my passion and my purpose. You know, your passion is nothing but a granular expression of your purpose. And when those two things are aligned, then you can go ahead and whatever it is you want to do. You might have several things that you enjoy doing, sharing, or, you know, spending your time doing. But if they align with your purpose, that's okay. Because, again, your passion is a granular expression of your purpose.
Granular. Y'all hear that? Granular.
But just get back to it.
I'm glad to use that word before I got too far into this bottle.
I think that it's really important to just, you know what I'm saying, for people to be honest with themselves. Like you said, Miles, stop lying to yourself that you interested. You know, you may tell me, hey, man, I'm in stocks. All right, well, I'm not interested in stock like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's the truth. But you got people who, they jump ship and they want to do everything, and then they wondering why they don't never be successful at anything, because they haven't done what they enjoy doing. Yeah. They want to do what everybody else enjoy doing.
On which they give.
You know what? But that's deep what you just said, because it goes back to the beginning of this lyric. It said people will do anything to be involved in everything.
And it's true.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, and it's true, because when we think about it, before you think about it, what's the name of this damn drink again?
Jamango.
Jamaica. This is Jamaica. This is some good. Look.
Jamango.
Jamango.
Like
Jamaican mango.
Mango. Got you. It's fire.
Yeah, it's dope. It's dope as hell. Damn.
Look, I need to have her make me one with my bourbon.
Actually, yeah, his is different. He has a spritzer on top of his.
Okay,
spritzer.
I got a little spritzer.
You got a spritzer.
Whatever. Spritzer. It's all good.
But I was saying, like, that statement right there, we have to look at it though where it comes from. Like you said, Western culture, right?
Yes. It was not where we originated. We didn't have this. I mean, I'm gonna touch base on that.
We didn't have this mentality because in Western.
I'm sorry, dog. Did you see her face when she just drank that shit?
What?
It must be strong as hell.
Oh yeah.
You need a spritzer.
Yo, she needs spritzer. Stat. She needs spritzer. Stat. God damn.
Hey, look. So in Western civilization, the gold rush thing, you know what I mean? That really got us going on just wanting what everybody else had. Like
absolutely.
You know, like you the sheriff. I want to be the sheriff. What you got to do to be the sheriff? Shoot you, kill you, bam, you dead.
That's what happened.
Right. And that's what happened. And that's what's happening to this day. People are doing that just to get what they call them, clout chasing. They just that's that Western civilization mindset.
So real quick, I'm just curious, like, what y'all think about this? Like, us as a black culture, us as black men in particular, are we too interested in being included in shit?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How do you stop that though? Because like we trying to fit into something that we're not even supposed to fit into.
But we doing it tonight because we're gonna kick the knowledge. My brother here was saying about lying, and when you're lying, you're denying, right? And you delaying your purpose, right? So we just get the knowledge tonight, so people can come out of being in denial,
right?
Right, being in denial. And if you can truly pay attention to your purpose and not what your uncle said, not what your auntie said,
right?
You may want to be a veterinarian, and they said, but go into accounting, you may make more money, more prestige.
We got to call her.
We got to call her?
Yeah, we got to call her.
Oh shit!
I hope it ain't that guy.
I hope it ain't dog again.
Call her. You in the air. Call her. Turn the track up.
Oh yeah.
There you go. Call her.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Listen, I want to know, why is it not okay to not have enough? So what? I don't have. So what? I want more. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with wanting more?
I'm gonna tell you.
I wrote something.
Hold on. Hold on. Let me get it. You know what?
First, repeat the question so you can make certain that everything.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, because you ain't got no headphones here.
Yeah. And it's real low.
What's wrong with having enough?
Yeah, what's wrong?
Not having
I
enough.
have an answer for that. I truly have an answer for that. And I'm glad that you call in. Earlier, I was writing that, and I said, so Western culture teaches us that we don't have enough, so we continue to chase it, right? So you chase money, success, whatever it is that you're chasing. And what happens when you're chasing something, you miss out on the important moments in life. It could be moments in your marriage,
right.
raising your children,
right.
your health.
Yes.
Right? When you don't have enough. So what happens after you sow in seeds and you can't sit down in a season and reap the harvest of what you've been doing?
Right.
So, what happens, when you're just chasing? A dog that chases a car, he pays attention to nothing.
Exactly.
Or a ball.
And that's why he wanted to get his ass busted.
So let me, okay, I can get that, but let me ask you this. So wanting and chasing is one of the same, is what you're telling me? Because I could want more, but that doesn't necessarily mean I'm chasing it. Yes, I could be very comfortable and content in my career, in my life, in everything. And I can still want more. That doesn't necessarily mean that I'm chasing more. That just means that I have a desire to want more. And I'm just wondering what's wrong with that.
I completely hear what you're saying, but I just want to say this. What is the point of wanting something if you not go chase after it? What is the point of that? What's the point of wanting something if you not go chase after it?
No,
because I don't chase, I attract.
No, okay, but
I think we're talking about something
else. But listen, because I think I know who this is. But so listen, I'm gonna put it like this: the reason why this is a known fact amongst Black America, and this is how we get tricked, and this is how we get tricked in America. We pay more for shit that we want and not what we need.
Thank you.
Almost 95%.
I don't think that's the debate.
No. Hold on. It's not about it. This is not a debate. I'm about to break it down for you. So, people want shit, right? Mm-hmm. But they're not willing to pay for what they need, but they pay for what they want. And so when you go into a grocery market, you know how you be trying to grab a whole bunch of shit, especially when you're hungry, right? And the shit really don't fit. It don't even match what you fucking need in a house. That's the same goddamn thing. So when people start to thinking that, I want this, you're not going to get what you need first. Because once you get what you need, you got a foundation. So when shit goes sour, you can finally understand why you need to have what you need to have versus what you want. Wanting to have more and more and more, that shit don't make no sense because you're going to crash. It's like that motherfucker was trying to lead the Titanic with all the silver, and he drowned first.
I like to clear things up, caller. So what I'm saying is, it's nothing wrong with going after what you want. I was simply, when I thought about this, I said, just slow down and take care of the things that you need to. When you chase things, you're usually at a fast pace. And if you got purpose in life, you don't have to chase it. It comes. Right, so I'm not saying I'm not saying that it's wrong to have passion to want to achieve things, but slow down, just slow down and enjoy your spoils sometimes, your children, your wife, your home, your health, and there's nothing wrong with pursuing a passion because I do it. I love cooking, right? But then I slow down enough to enjoy the spoils.
Yeah, which is kind of what we was talking about last week was just the balance. Like you got to have some balance. So we was talking about the father who spent this whole time grinding, but never took time to take that balance with his family, his kids, things like that. So it's the balance. And if you got too much grind, it is a such thing as too much grind, and especially when it's unfocused grind, because a lot of people use that word loosely. I'm on the grind. You got to have a focused grind though, right. Because if you got a million things on the burner, and then you got a family at the crib, it's got to be some balance, dog. Because when you don't have that balance, then you get kids, especially sons. I always take it back to black dudes because I'm a black dude, so that's where I'm speaking from. So you have that disconnect with your family and especially your son, and that can create a whole nother problem.
Absolutely. So caller, we appreciate you calling in. The topic title of the show was Balance with a Purpose. So that's what we're talking about. About a week ago, we were just talking about how to balance family, relationships, and business. Right. So this is like a part 2 of it. So we totally agree with you. We just let me ask you a question. Mm-hmm. Are you in business right now?
I am.
So let me ask you this: how do you balance your life and business so nothing's getting neglected?
Time management.
All right. Now, how do you do? What does that look like for you?
It looks like it's self-explanatory. I manage my time. I know I plan my time out. I plan my days out. I take time and I manage things that I have to do. For example, I have to, when I wake up in the morning, I make sure I make up my bed. So I have from 8 o'clock between 9 o'clock, my time is booked because I already know what I'm going to do. Between 9:30 and 10:30, that time is blocked. I know what I'm going to do. Between 12 and 1, I know what I'm going to do. My time is managed already.
So how do you balance? Do you have family?
I have family. I have family. I have friends. I have a business. I got it all.
What we were talking about is, and what I want to hear from you, because you're a business owner, and this can help a lot of people. How do you balance family and your business? Do you have boundaries with your business so they didn't run over into your family time? So I'm glad that you called in because that's the sort of information that I would like from you.
Yeah, because that's
it
what
may
you talked
help
about
a lot
last
of
week.
people. Yeah, so it sounds like you have things together. So how do you do that so the business don't run over into family time?
Well, again, like you said, you have to have boundaries. You can't, for example, okay, so it's what, 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, right?
Mm-hmm.
I do not take certain business calls. I'm a health and wellness consultant. You cannot call me at 9:30 and 10 o'clock at night talking about how do I get rid of a headache. You can't do it.
I love that.
I'm spending time with my family now. Me and my little nephew, I'm trying to give him a bath. I mean, it's family time. I can't take those calls. Those are boundaries. There used to be a time where I just would take those calls.
And
but you can't. You have to cut things off. And I have to make time for my family. I have to make time for my friends. You just have to do it.
I love hearing that.
If you have to do it.
I love hearing that because
she got that together.
Yeah, I came from an environment where I just like that. My pops, he grinded out like 24/7. Business hours were, it can be 1, 2 in the morning. It didn't make a difference. So hearing you say this, and hopefully others are listening to this, boundaries, people, boundaries.
So I got a question about that though, right?
Right.
Because boundaries, like these conversations we've been having since last week. So the boundaries are always placed on the business people. When do you put the boundaries on the family though? Because sometimes the family cross them boundaries too and don't allow you to get your business completed.
Yeah.
So like, how do you do that? Because nobody ever talk about that. Everybody talk about, I ain't taking that business call at 10. I ain't taking this business proposition or whatever. But what about the family? What about, because some of them niggas need boundaries, man.
I'm gonna tell you what it is.
Go ahead, sis.
It's called tough love. I'm gonna give you an example.
All right.
I'm gonna give you an example. My mother. Love my mother to death.
I wish you had some headphones.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also a massage therapist.
Oh, are you? Okay.
I always leave my 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. window open for bookings. Okay. Right? My mother will religiously call me at 1 o'clock and she want me to do something for her. No, Ma. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to Kroger. I'm not going to pick up your medicine. You should have called me earlier.
Hey, you're absolutely right, because family can be the worst sometimes.
No, they can be.
But listen to this. Don know me for a while. Don probably know me longer than everybody in this room, right? Don know my office hours was from 9 a.m. to 1 a.m. It was ridiculous. But we was always grinding. You know what I mean? But it was multiple people. It wasn't just me. It was damn near like 10 or 12 people in that office every day. We were grinding out from 9 a.m. to 1 in the damn morning because most of my clients at that time was bar owners. Mm-hmm. So, by the time they come, they manage promoters come, they'll come by, but that was the majority of my money, right? But I was also, it was.
Just wanted to put that out there.
Let's put that out there, flat out.
Niggas was short.
Right.
That's a disaster. That's a recipe for a disaster.
No, not because the type of business I had was I was in the print game. I was doing graphics because a lot of times the promoters would come to me 10, 11 o'clock at night like, hey man, I just booked this with Ray. You know what I mean?
I need this right now.
I need this right now if you can. And we was there. So you talking about, we was making $148,000, $128,000 a month. You know what I mean? So our livelihood was different, but we had different people in different shifts.
And I'm glad that you brought that up because that was second part of what I wrote. Caller, what do you feel about this? People, we often hear surround yourself with people like-minded, right? So if you're surrounding yourself with people that are on the grind, right? That's what you're taking in, right? So somewhere along the way, that's what you're following. So what happens when their life is unbalanced?
Ooh.
I wanted to kind of speak on that too, but go ahead.
That's why.
So you hear what I'm saying? So if you're
do.
surrounding yourself with like-minded people, right? That's because that's what we do. We say as Christians, we say in business. But what happens when
they are off balance?
They're off balance and they don't see it.
Yeah.
Well, being around like-minded people and being coachable are different.
Okay.
It's okay to surround yourself with like-minded people. That's a wonderful thing.
Mm-hmm.
However, you also have to be coached. Everybody needs a coach. And when you're coached properly, your coach is going to influence balance.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I wanted to say that one of my favorite TED Talks is by a guy named Clay Christensen, and he was a Harvard business professor. And he gave this talk called The Measure of a Man. Mm-hmm. But really, the talk was about why do businesses fail? And at the end of the day, he said that businesses fail because people fail. Mm-hmm. And that's the truth of the matter.
That's the damn truth.
And at the end of the day, when you spend more time focusing on one thing, you're neglecting something else. It doesn't matter what it is.
Wow, can you say that again?
When you spend more time focusing on one thing, you're neglecting something else.
Wow.
All right? It's like that guy who go to the gym and he want to have a big buff chest, but he never hit those legs. Okay?
Like Johnny Bravo.
Listen to me. It's like that person who they're trying to learn how to cook, and maybe they got one dish that they can really throw down on, and then outside of that, it's like I can't really come up with nothing else because a lot of people are scared to step outside the box. People are afraid sometimes to have difficult conversations, and that's why I was saying earlier. It's kind of levels to this whole thing where we come to this place where we can be interdependent with one another.
Absolutely.
A lot of people say that. Listen. Interdependent is the highest level of maturity. You got 3 levels of maturity. At the lowest, you're dependent. Okay. The second level is you're independent, and the highest level of maturity is you're interdependent. That means you dependent, I'm dependent, but we can work together. It takes a lot of maturity to be able to handle that, and a lot of people can't. Some people actually thrive off of people being dependent on them.
Yes.
And some people, and a lot of people don't mind being dependent on someone else because they don't have to step up to it. Wow. So when you are interdependent, now you have entered a realm that most people, they don't even understand what that is.
Yeah, talk that shit.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
There's a book called The Millionaire Next Door.
Yes.
I can't remember the guy who made it. But the basis of the book is the power of delegation, right? And the reason a lot of men, I mean, you can debate this if you like, but the reason a lot of men are very powerful and successful in business is because their wives handle the household, and they focus, and they are able to totally focus on the business. So they have delegated the household portion to someone else. So they don't have to worry about what they gonna eat in the morning. They ain't got to worry about their clothes getting ironed. They ain't got to worry about the bills getting paid. All they got to do is get up, go to work, and get the money.
Let me ask you a question before we go too far for this. What happens when you have a businesswoman?
A woman, you're married to a business woman who's going out there getting it.
So what happens with that? And you're out there. So what happens?
Right.
Well, what happens when you have a businesswoman is you have to understand the power of femininity. You have to understand that when you have a businesswoman, she's not just a queen, but she's also a princess. A queen runs shit. But a princess, you take care of a princess.
Well,
no. I was talking about that
last week.
You know what, caller? What's your name again? I'm sorry.
Remedy.
Oh, what's up, Remedy? So,
What's that?
you know, I love this because I was listening to someone, and she was talking about, for the lack of better words, she was talking about being a boss bitch, right?
Yeah, you said that last week.
She was basically saying, I'd rather be a princess. Because she said that. She said, a queen always got to be in charge, calling the shots. She said, princess just get taken care of.
Facts.
Yeah, but,
Exactly.
but I want Remedy, I want to say this. I read the book, The Millionaire Next Door, right? But, so dig this. I really want to redo it and call it The Black Millionaire Next Door, because
Why? What's the difference?
the difference is because it's a huge difference.
It's a huge difference.
Did she ask that?
Right? Yes, she did. So listen, here's the difference. Here's the biggest difference. So here's the biggest difference.
Delegation is delegation.
No,
whether
it's
you white, black, orange, or purple.
Not in our family
No,
structure.
no.
See, hey, she used the word
hold on.
inclusion a lot.
Not in our family
She used
structure.
inclusion a lot. I can tell.
Let me get you to understand. Let me try to my best to make you see my point of view, and y'all hear my point of view. Is this a black millionaire 9 times out of 10 does not just let his woman be at home, wash clothes, and all that other shit, right? If you got a black woman with you, she's going to get in the dirt with you.
Absolutely.
And grind it out with you and make sure not just the house is clean, but make sure you're taken care of as well. Okay?
A woman, period.
No.
It don't matter what color she is.
No, it does, because
No, it matters.
That's why you have why you think white women try to get with black basketball players so they can sit their ass home, go shopping, and do that shit.
Uncharted territory.
Let me say this too. My mother.
This is not a racial thing. It don't got nothing to do. Listen.
Oh, no, you didn't say it ain't got nothing to do with race. No, you didn't.
Listen, management, whether it's a household or a business, has nothing to do with race.
Okay,
it has everything to do with managing. I'm going to give you an example.
Oh, you a Republican.
Is it managing or are we talking about standards?
You sound like a Republican for real.
Republican.
No,
Listen.
Remedy, are we talking? No, I love it. So we're talking about standards and structure?
We're talking about
Pass
standards, structure,
Thank you.
I need to cut.
and managing. Let me give you an example. Let's say we'll take a power couple, right? Let's say let's
color,
use
right?
me and Don. I know Don. Don knows me, right? Let's just say we were a power couple. He works every day, all day. I work every day, all day, right? Whose responsibility is it to make sure our house is clean? Whose responsibility is it to make sure that man eats healthy every day?
I think I know his answer just by how he looked at it.
So if I can't physically, wait a minute.
I want to speak on this, but go ahead.
If I can't physically do it, then guess what? We're going to manage and make sure it gets done. We're going to hire a housekeeper.
Thank
We're
you.
going to make sure a chef is preparing his meals.
No, wait, whoa.
We're going to do what we got to do.
Wait a minute, wait.
It doesn't matter how we get to Jamaica, long as we get there.
No.
Listen, wait. Let me speak on this.
Just for him to eat healthy?
You are proving Miles' point. Let me just say this. Listen, let me just say this. When I was a kid, my mother taught me how to wash. She taught me how to cook. She taught me how to clean. She taught me how to be self-sufficient. Okay? One of the reasons why the black millionaire is going to be different than maybe some of the other millionaires, because at the end of the day, we have a different set of values, cultural issues, and things that we deal with that other people are not privy to. So there is going to be a huge difference. And guess what? It's like that in any business structure. I don't care what it is. So we definitely have a different set of issues that we need to deal with, because here's the truth of the matter. First of all, if you're a black entrepreneur, and oftentimes you might be the first black entrepreneur in your family.
Yes.
So you have a different stress level than what other people have.
Talk that shit.
Stress
Yes.
fucks with your health. It causes you not to be focused sometimes.
Yes.
So there's a lot of lot of different things that come along with being a black entrepreneur that other people may not necessarily have to deal with. Now you spoke on something and you said, well, if you grinding and your husband grinding, then who's gonna take care of this? I'm gonna say this to you again. At the end of the day, sometimes some of those other groups, it don't matter who are doing this. The rule of thumb is you get your ass in the kitchen and do it because you're the woman. I don't
Right.
care about nothing else.
Right.
That shit don't work for us. We inherit a whole different set of problems. Listen, on paper and in black and white, managing and delegating
Yes.
sound good.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that ain't the way it works in real
At all.
life. That's like some
Yes,
bullshit.
it is. Yes, it is. I disagree. Yes, it is.
You
What do
can.
you mean?
Let me show you. Let me show you why race plays a big part. One, there's never have been a group of people on the face of this planet and ever in time have been treated like we've been treated. There's never in history have we have a fair opportunity on anything in America. That's one. Number two, when it comes down to the black woman and the black man, we have been trained to disrespect and get away from each other
Yes.
far as possible. And another thing, this shit goes down to the commercials that we watch, from the Wheaties to the Walmart commercials to the goddamn vacation commercials. You don't even see black man and a black woman together on on vacation commercials.
Everything interracial
You're
now.
starting to see
Absolutely.
interracial stuff.
Everything
And black
interracial.
women with white men.
Everything-
Everywhere.
Well, with kids with curly hair.
Everything
Yeah, and
interracial.
looking ambiguous and shit.
And everything
Ambiguous.
But you
for
know
real.
something, I agree
Everything
with you
and
100%.
everything interracial, for real.
So when I hear people, I hear men, women, whatever, talk about being strong. They're always talking about being strong, independent. What happens about being strong together
As a
what I'm
family.
saying?
Oh,
But when
that's
speak
never a
it,
thing,
they're
yeah.
speaking hard, like, yeah, strong, independent black women. Be like, okay, what happened to the brother?
Strong
You know what I'm
family,
saying?
right.
What about the family being strong together? You know,
That's that level of maturity I
That's
was
that
talking
level of
about.
maturity,
That's
yes.
that interdependent.
I was driving in from work today, and the thought came to my mind. I started thinking about it, and I said, well, wow. I said, you know what? I see a lot of so-called successful people, but they're always by themselves. You know, what is going on with that? It could be a man or a woman. Some of the most successful people in this world are by themselves. And it's what you said earlier. When you're concentrating on one thing, you're neglecting something else.
Right.
But they always seem to try to come back to it. And that's the ones that have been married multiple times. The heart wants it, but they don't know how to manage it.
Yeah.
So they go back to neglecting the one because of the other,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. And again, that has a domino effect on a person's success and your family life, quote unquote, being a black entrepreneur. Because the truth of the matter is this: you have a lot of black women who they get into these white power structures and they start moving up the corporate ladder. And oftentimes, I'm not saying this in general, they lose sight of their motherly duties, their wife duties,
Yeah.
because they're trying to move up this corporate ladder. And then you.
Bullshit and cow.
That is not no bullshit. This is real.
But you know what?
She ain't gonna let you live on that one.
Wait a minute, listen.
Women
She ain't
make
gonna let you
better. Women make better business
Kool-Aid.
women because we know how to do just that. We know how
No.
to delegate. We
No.
know
No.
how to
No.
control.
No.
That's
That's
why
not
women
it.
are
No.
neglect
See, that's
women
not
are
being
better.
honest.
That's not
Y'all
what I'm saying.
neglect-
That's not the argument, though. She's
What he was saying
she
was
pretty defensive, bro. That's not the
no,
argument.
The point was, see, you got to listen to the topic of the show. We're talking about balance. So my man here, he just said lose sight.
Right.
That's not being balanced. You lose sight of you're a mom, you're a wife, right? You lose sight of it. So we're talking about tonight, and we're not arguing about this. And I love that you called in, but we're looking for helpful tips on, if you're in business, how to balance this thing.
Yeah,
we're not
because-
How
arguing the
you
fact that
balance
it's
it?
true.
How you balance it is you manage your time and you use the power of delegation.
Well,
That's what you do.
Well, as an entrepreneur, a lot of times, Remedy, and then we gonna go on because we still want to get some stuff covered. But listen, a lot of times as an entrepreneur, you don't have the opportunity to delegate because you 9 times out of 10 are the main source of what you're doing, right? So when you're the main source of what you're doing, you get a lot of wear and you get a lot of wear and tear on your body, and when you get wear and tear on your body, that goes into your time, correct? So don't get me wrong. Today I was so productive. Today it don't make no damn sense. I didn't believe I did all the shit I did today, but at the same time I was tired as hell. You feel me?
So what do you? So what is the remedy to that? You tired. You know you had to do what you had to do today, and that's fine. Ain't nobody knocking that. So now that you had to do that, what do you do for your body?
I mean, it's not about my body. What I'm trying to explain to you is what you were saying. When it's hard to delegate when you're the entrepreneur. When you as the entrepreneur is your team for right now. So majority of everybody at this door, in this room, don't have 2 or 3 employees. No matter what we do.
Absolutely.
So what happens is our time delegation goes into somebody gonna come, but they don't show up, and then you have to back up what you got to do. You know what I mean? You have to do it yourself.
What you do is that's fine. Well, all I'm saying is there's a remedy to everything.
She a strong black woman.
Don't nobody want to. That ain't nothing to want to be. I don't want to be no strong black woman. That ain't what I want to be. I want to be a princess. Is what I want to be. But
so sometimes you have to relinquish. Well, go ahead.
My point is that the remedy to that is it's fine that you have to hustle like that. That's fine. But see, now that you have to do that, because you can't get away from that. So you can't get away from that hustle. So at the end of the day, because you had to hustle like that, you have to put time and attention to your body so that you can get up and do it all over again. So now that you've done that, the thing not to do is not to just go home and pass out. The thing is to give you some self-care. Now you have to pay attention to your body. Maybe you need to soak in a tub or call you a massage therapist or meditate or do something to recharge your body so that when you go to sleep and wake up the next day, you're not tired and feeling like, damn, I got to do this shit all over again.
So, Remedy, let me ask you a question. Do we hustle for wants or needs? Because I heard you say hustle. So do we hustle for wants or needs?
You hustle to achieve your dreams, your goals.
So, no, but the question was, do we hustle for wants or needs?
Both.
Okay.
No, thank you. You respect that.
Hustle is just a replacement word for work. You work for the things you want and you work for the things you need.
Okay, so I thank you for calling in tonight, people. What we're talking about tonight is in Remedy. She called in, and I really thank her for a phone call. We're talking about balance, so we're going to have to continue this next week because we see that.
We had a balance.
Phoebe, we got a couple. You got a couple more minutes. You can hang with us.
We got 15 more minutes.
We got 15 more minutes.
So what we're talking about is we're talking about our communities. So we're trying to rebuild things here. I love to see my people. We are very intelligent. We are being very successful in the world today, but we are neglecting. We are neglecting one thing that we do it for. We can pass on a lot of things to our children. Knowledge is, to me, is the number one thing that you can pass on. And if we don't figure out how to balance this thing, all the success in the world, all the accomplishments will mean nothing. Because we have to show our children how to balance it. Last week I talked about looking at a photograph from Highland Park in the early 60s, and there was a lot of black-owned businesses there.
Yes.
And I seen ladies being ladies and gentlemen being gentlemen, thriving. But in this picture, it looked like they understood balance.
Yeah.
Without neglecting, and I'm gonna let you pick up. So
No, listen. I like that, and And again, now I'm just speaking because when these things come to my mind, it's that inspiration, it's the energy that's in the room and that synergy.
Synergy.
Something, absolutely, that's synergy.
Absolutely.
Something that just came to my mind too is how important it is to learn the difference between making decisions that are based in love versus decisions that are based in fear. I like the caller who called in. Okay, she had a valid point on some things. Mm-hmm. But there was an exception to what she was saying. I felt like she was speaking on some things that, it was kind of like it was understood that this other person is going to have the same mentality as you. Mm-hmm. There are some women who have children and they're at home and I know personally when that man comes home, they feel like, hey, I've been with the kid all day. Now it's your turn.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Yeah.
There's a lot of different ways that we can look at this thing. But I say all that to say this. When you learn to make decisions that are based in love and not in fear, I feel like sometimes we can have a more productive conversation.
Absolutely.
We have to learn how to speak to each other and not,
at each other.
Yeah, and not and attacking. You get what I'm saying? Because
Right.
I feel like sometimes, again, we may have some things that we want to say and they're valid point, but I think that, verbally, especially in our community, and it just go back to we have a different set of issues that come with being black in America.
Facts.
Yes.
Facts.
We deal with a lot of passed down childhood traumas, family traumas. So we got to sort and navigate through a lot of bullshit sometime. All right, that just a lot of people just, again, they won't understand. I don't care what it is, whether it be talking about passing down generational wealth, listen, I'm going to just share a personal story real quick, and then I'm going to say myself, or I'll be done rather. I was dating someone once who, their mother was staying with me, all right, and I had a receipt in the trash can. I went to the ATM earlier that day. Now, I'm a carpenter by trade, all right? So here in Michigan, when the weather get cold, a lot of carpenters don't work. We go on unemployment, okay? Mm-hmm. So this receipt said, it was a little ATM receipt. It said I had about $9,000 in the bank, right?
Oh, she saw the balance.
Listen.
She said,
I got questioned about, can I get a breast job?
what?
And I said, whoa. I said, I don't have any money. Listen, this is what I said. I said, I'm broke. She said, you a fucking lie. She said, you not broke, you got this. I said, wait a minute. My definition of broke is probably different from yours.
Right.
I'm not lying to you.
Right.
I'm just letting you know. Maybe we share two different definitions. So then she said, well, you got A, B, and C, so you can afford it. I said, but in the wintertime, when we living our lives and going here and there.
This is off what I got.
There you go. I
Yeah,
said,
I'm not
because
making
I have
it, yeah.
put some up in the storehouse
Facts.
because I've tried to prepare. Again,
Exactly.
this is me trying to be the man, all right? I say all that to say that it was not met with the same enthusiastic. Okay, love.
I gotta ask you though. Did she really want a breast job? Like, was that a real question, or she was just fucking with you to let you know that she knew you had some money?
No,
That was a real question.
That was a real question.
That made you have to reevaluate your whole situation. I'm sure you
I
reevaluate
wasn't
your
even
whole
tripping
shit.
about that. I'm gonna tell you what I was tripping off of. I was
What's up?
tripping off the fact that, again, here
shit.
it is. I'm trying to explain to someone, okay, my plan and my vision. This go back to the caller.
Drinks is cut off.
Talk, you preach. Go ahead.
You can have a plan and a vision, but that don't necessarily mean sometimes that your partner is all the way with it.
That's right.
Okay,
That's
that
right.
comes with that comes with them having their own certain level of understanding and maturity.
And a conversation.
Say again?
A conversation.
Oh, definitely in the conversation.
No, you know what? I love what you're saying, and that's deep because that's
She
part
said,
of
"Nigga, you
being.
ain't
He thinking about that damn blue dress. That's what that is.
No, that's part of being head. And sometimes you have to realize and remember the vision that was given to you, and it was given to you, and it makes sense to you, but maybe not your significant other. Right? But you know, in veering from the vision is going to cause
friction.
No, not friction. It's going to cause problems with you. Right now, you're going to pay for that.
Absolutely.
You're going to pay for that.
Absolutely.
If you would have gave her $4,000 for the boob job,
Yeah.
right? that left you with $5,000.
Knowing I gotta pay rent for the whole winter.
Right.
Exactly.
The business
And
not
all the
picking up till
bullshit
like
that come up.
April, right? So I got to do $5,000 between light, gas. You want to go out to eat? We need toilet paper, this, that, and the other, right? So sometimes, I'm learning this. I had listened to a video called Bulletproof Husbands.
Oh, wow. Yes. Go ahead. Yes.
And they said sometimes you have to stand your grounds, even if you know it's going to destroy the marriage. Never compromise yourself as a man. And it's hard.
Hey, that's some tough shit though.
No,
It's
To really come to the, you said to make that decision whether it's gonna ruin your marriage or not, nigga. That's some real shit.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you like this. Like he said, like, see me, I'm different. I ain't gonna lie, Don. I would have gave her that $4,000, like you said, for that boob job, right? And still hustled up on an extra 4 behind her motherfucking back and let her ass look stupid. Like, you gonna pay the gas bill?
Right.
Take them titties back. Take the titties back. You take the titties back.
And I agree though, really, like, because I
Take
think,
the titties
I
back.
think that
Cut your makeup. We can't.
like my grandfather always used to say, like, don't listen to a woman because we was crazy or something, that we, like, think. He said women is retarded. That's what he used to say, just to be
he said
honest.
that, yeah.
But and
Give yourself a round of applause for your granddaddy. He was right. No.
I'm gonna tell you what my granddaddy said.
but back to your your story, Don. I feel like I think that was right what you did, because at the end of the day,
All day.
once she went and got her titties, she was gonna come back and want to go out and go somewhere. You know what I'm saying? To show them off. And if you done gave her half the money to go and get them, like, we really gonna be homeless with new titties. You know what I'm saying? Because
The other half showing off the titties.
Now listen, Miles.
that's what I'm saying. Because like he said, like, don't listen to. I love the fact. I love being corrected by a man that I respect.
Yeah.
Like, now the other ones, I'm probably not gonna listen to him anyway. But if you want, you know what I'm saying, if you close enough to me, then that's because I respect what you say, and I love to be corrected by them, because I know that I'm a brat. I know that I'm spoiled, and I understand that, and I like it when I like to be around somebody that's stronger than me.
Excellent.
dope.
This
Absolutely.
is the thing,
So,
though.
go ahead.
Just real quick, this is the thing. I ain't gonna lie to you, Miss Fifi.
Go.
I got a situation.
I don't want to
with
hear
that.
a cue. Go.
I'm just saying, 'cause I know a lot of women say I'm bratty, I want my way, but I love a nigga to check me and shit. But in real life, we grown as fuck. If you doing shit that you need to get checked for, then why am I fucking with you?
Because you the one that I don't get away with it with. That's why.
Right. No, I see what you're
I
saying.
mean, the whole all my other moves in life, they give me what I want.
Right.
So, and, I mean, that's not a challenge.
At what point, though, do you just be like, you know what? I'm gonna be an adult and do some shit that this nigga ain't got to check me for.
Well, I do.
Yeah, that's what she said. She said, but when the time
But,
comes.
I'm
you
saying-
want to get checked though. So
But
you
no,
can-
I'm saying, like, I think that everybody should be. I mean, nobody is correctionless.
Right.
Nobody is. Like,
And correction is never punishment.
you know what I'm saying? Exactly. Nobody
Say,
is.
whoa,
So
say it again, Don.
Said correction is never punishment.
All
yeah,
right.
like, so, and I just.
with that. I fuck
I
with
just-
that. Yeah.
I thought I got
All
that one.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
like
just
that.
I just think that, you know,
Punishment is control.
if you that close to somebody,
That's
you
true.
you are the one to
That's
correct
what
them
it
in the
is.
stuff that they doing. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I got you.
But I look at it like
You
this.
just corrected me and
But-
shit.
but-
Look at that.
right, you-
Look at that.
you-
With your
We
mad
know.
tail.
And guess
We
what?
know.
She got the
With your mad
control. Punishment is control.
She checked your ass.
She got the control.
I guess I'm gonna accept it and shit.
So, you know, I'm listening to all this, and we do make all type of different decisions. But, you know, I like to say, you know, like, allow love to have you make the right decision, not the wrong decision. Because you a lover person. And Don, you know, he loved this lady at that time because, you know, baby, I love you. I'm going to go ahead and give you these boobs, right?
Crazy as hell.
But,
Hold on,
So she can go get with Malik and show him her titties?
but
Malik.
actuality,
No, listen to what I'm saying.
let love have you make the
Right decisions to make you better.
Right. Because this is what happened. This is where regrets come in, hard feelings, because you do something out of love and you know God just told you to do it a particular way. And you right away you be like, I knew I shouldn't have. And that's where it all starts.
Yeah, but a lot of times people don't know how to open they I call it the some say third eye. I'm gonna say it's your third ear. Sometimes you so know.
Big Mama said common sense.
Right, right. That's a good one. But you're so used to hearing bullshit or going through bullshit, right? You don't know when to stop and say, "Listen, how about if we just do this?" You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. How about if I take you through the consultation, right? So in the spring, you can get some new boobs. Or in the summertime, you get some new boobs. The consultation costs $185. You feel me? Yeah. And then so she can see maybe that's not the thing for her. For most people at hand, as humans, we have to learn how to listen.
Absolutely.
If God gave us 2 eyes, 2 ears, and 1 mouth for a fucking reason, we have to observe and listen what's going on more so than taking a quick leap at something that we assume. You feel me? And people don't get it. I'm talking about this in everything. This in life, this in movies, this in TV, this in podcasts, business, this in every damn thing. But people have the tendency to say, "Oh man," but still, like, I ain't gonna lie, bad as I want that new Mac, you know what I mean? Dude, I'm up here, but I gotta wait till March. You know what I mean? See, make sure they don't have nothing better.
Miles, I listened to I listened to 2 different relationship therapists. And at the beginning of last year, my cousin, we started a book group, All Men's Book Club, rather. And the very first book we read was by Zoe Williams called the Relationship Dismount.
Yes,
the perfect landing.
Shout out to that nigga Zoe Williams.
And so,
is that the one on the Corey Holcomb show?
Absolutely.
That's dog.
And so after reading those books and having some discussion about them, and then listening to 2 female therapists that actually had written 2 different books. One of them that stands out to me is this book called Rethinking Infidelity. All right, and it was written by a female therapist. But anyway, I say all that to say that the thing that stood out to me the most was, people always talk about the number one thing what do they think the number one thing is that break relationships up, okay? Marriages and stuff like that. You always hear people say money, communication. I
always say finance.
Okay, it's not that.
No, it's none of that.
Check it out. The thing that I've learned is selfishness.
Yes.
Okay? Wow. Because here's the deal, right?
Okay.
Say what you want. As a man, when you get, just like you said, you like to be a brat, man, people know what they getting into and who they getting into it with. And so do females, okay? So at the end of the day,
you're right.
It ain't even about it's not even about the money, something. It ain't even about the communication sometimes. It's about selfishness. And when people start becoming selfish in what they doing, that's what really start tearing up the relationship.
Yeah.
That break more relationships up than anything.
They have to learn how to be selfless.
True.
They have to operate with selflessness.
I agree with you 100% because me, myself, I got 5 sisters, and, I work at Chrysler, and I hear at the end of the day, the root cause
3 minutes
is always selfishness.
Yeah.
And it is, and for the person that's doing it, they never see it, right?
Right.
Because they never see it. They always pointing a finger. So, you know what? I like to be a part of that book club.
Me too. I
want to read them too.
Right.
I agree with you 100%. Sometimes when a business failed, when something fails, it's because someone was selfish. They did not think enough about the other people on the board. They did not think about the other people in the household. Mm-hmm. It was about them.
Absolutely.
Selfishness Adam and Eve. I don't even want to look. Let me tell you something.
That whole messed up everything.
Let me tell you something. Now you are so right.
You're going to hell.
A selfish
mindset
will tear down the strongest of foundations.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes. The strongest foundations, it would tear it down.
Yes.
Right. So this goes back to the original lyrics that I ran off. So. You coming back next week?
Hey, if Miles want me here,
we come on back.
You gotta give me this information about the book club, right?
Come back, Don.
Tonight I said a lot of. Remember when I texted you guys earlier, and I said I was looking forward to our conversation tonight.
Yes.
And in my spirit, I left work earlier, not just because I had to cook. It was something in me, and I just had to get here.
Right.
And I just had to get here, And now I know because the Spirit was just leading me to be fed. And there's a lot of things in this that helped me in my personal life. I'll be honest with you. I believe in being transparent.
Yes.
Big time. I don't care. You can laugh at me, whatever. I told somebody at work, you can tell my business, but I was gonna tell it anyway because it was called a testimony.
Bro, that's
so
the real shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's the real shit right there.
Right. That's called a testimony.
I was gonna tell it anyway.
I was gonna tell it anyway.
Hey, look, you said the realest shit. Yeah, last week that nigga said I got a crush on my wife.
Dog, got a crush on my wife.
Hey, look, I was hyped to
That
say
nigga said I got a
shit.
crush on my wife.
I was trying to find me a whole chick that night to say that shit too. Like shit.
I'm sick of you.
Yeah, I mean,
am.
but
Most women are, but it's cool though.
But no, on Tuesday nights at 9 o'clock, I ain't gonna lie, I look forward to Tuesday nights.
Oh.
Not just because of the damn food, but most importantly, the damn
How
food.
was the food?
Oh, great! It's
Amazing.
gone, nigga. It's gone. It's gone. But no,
I had ran my finger through the salmon.
I didn't want to get white shit all on my face and sweat.
he
so
saved
I'ma
his.
wait.
But y'all know what I put in that sauce?
What?
Passion.
That's what's up.
For sure.
That's what's
Always.
up.
I put
taste
passion
it.
and purpose.
I
I smell it.
Right.
On that salmon.
On that salmon. But the truth is, though, for real, on Tuesday nights, I think some of the greatest, I think the meeting of the minds by these great people that's in this room. And Medina, if you'd like to join us next week, we'd love to have you because them drinks is the bomb.
Oh, and real quick, dog, throw the camera on her, dog. Tell people where they can find you at.
Hold on one second.
There you go, Funky Cold Medina.
Yeah.
you go.
Where can they find you at, Medina?
They can find me on Instagram and Facebook. And we have the Funky Cold Kid Mixologist for the adults and the Funky Cold Kid Mixologist for the kids.
You do parties too, right?
Parties.
You got Cash App?
gatherings.
Got Cash App?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, shoot it to me.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. And also, Medina, don't you do you have mascots too for the kids mixologist stuff, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, we have a whole entertainment company. We do the character mascots. We do the balloon twisting, face painting.
She do body painting.
Face to full body painting.
That's what-
Got you.
Full body painting.
That's what's up.
And what is the ad on IG?
So if you can
She's taking a deep breath.
Oh my bad. Like,
because it depends on what you want now. Okay,
Well-
so if you want the art,
Keep it clean. No.
arts and entertainment is Funky Cold Body Designs. If you want the bartending, it's Funky Cold Mixologist.
got you.
Okay.
That's what's
Okay.
up.
For sure. Make sure y'all check
Thank
her
you.
out, dog.
And go to her page on Facebook, y'all, and Instagram. Like it, follow her.
Funky Cold.
Funky Cold Mixologist.
More importantly, book her.
Yeah, book it down.
So do you know something? This song by Nas, Everything. We
First of all, my nigga love this song.
We gonna close out. We are 1
have
minute.
not got
Okay.
through half of it. We have so many more lyrics to go.
Okay.
Okay, so we can finish up next week.
No, we ain't gonna do Nas next week, man. We gotta do some Jay-Z or something, nigga. You ain't gonna keep up with Nas.
What's up with
Okay, I
Side
got
High
it.
You know
Prince?
what? You know
Okay,
what?
we'll do
Next
that.
week-
Side High Prince.
Hold on,
That's
wait.
what I'm
Next
talking
week,
about.
let's go to Jay and let's pick some chapters out your book.
Oh, yeah, my book,
Yes.
on the book of
Let's
Carter,
do that.
the business Bible. Yeah,
Ah-ha.
and yeah, my man,
See how I
my man.
did that?
I'll
Cross marketing, nigga.
I would allow you to do that. I'm like Remy. I'll allow you.
You allowed,
I'll
yeah.
allow
You
you.
like to delegate. You like to delegate.
Dog, you feel me? And he didn't have a whole bunch of mangoes.
Oh yeah.
That nigga said, I'm allowed that.
No,
I'm allowed that.
he goes. I got put posted for.
That's fine, as long as you know.
Okay, go. I'm sorry, y'all. We was talking business.
My bad.
Okay, so
Mangoes.
Let's wrap it up. Okay.
We out.
So, Chef Wilson.
Yes, sir.
Medina, I want to get one more drink before we leave, if we can, please.
No, he don't.
What the hell? You ain't my mama's.
I know.
You're my
I'm your
mama.
Fifi.
Oh, you are my Fifi.
That boy
Thank you,
trying to
Fifi.
give him a blue dress tonight. You like, fuck her. Look,
I'm
look at
gonna have to
Jamaica.
get some. I'm gonna have to make sure I double up next time.
Okay, you out?
Q got something. So
Oh yeah. Remember, hey, you know what? Don't worry about it. We got some bourbon. Look, okay, so
wrapping it up.
We'll close out, Chef, with you. Honestly, I really appreciate you. Don, of course, you know I appreciate you. Q, I appreciate
you,
you.
man.
Before we go out, Chef, I have to ask you this one question.
Yes.
When it comes to people wanting everything, and having the need to want everything, what is the suggestion that you have for them to digress a little bit and think before they start to wanting things? What suggestion do you have them to start to calm down or bring it down a notch or two?
I always go back to, and I say this to a lot of people. I said, think about where you were 2 years prior, 3 years prior. What were your wants and your needs? Right? So now you're here, and sometimes success, and a lot of people like to say blessings, sometimes can breed arrogance and more want. So I don't know. Me personally, I just like to think back 2-3 years, and it humbles me to what was important at that time that was so important to me, that was bare minimum, right? So I just like to say, just take a step back before you adopt Western culture or conversations that you may have came upon because you had to do a project here and you listen to this person's logic on something, this person, because people, we are influenced by other people's wants.
Yeah, that's true.
For sure.
We are. And it's easy to do. You know why? Social media. You're constantly being bombarded by somebody's thoughts.
Bullshit, yeah.
Right? So I'll just say, like I was trying to say to Remini earlier, sometimes we just have to slow down.
Yeah, I agree.
We have to slow down and say, is that Miles' wants and needs, or is it mine? See, he kind of convinced me that I need these shoes.
Yeah.
Now I have to have them.
Right.
Because he said they were so comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So, where people can find you at?
Oh, a couple places for your needs as far as being slapped in the mouth with some flavor. That's Fred Wilson 1183. That's on Instagram, or you can just look me up at Fred Wilson on Facebook. I'm going to reach out to a couple other places so I can have some handles like my man over there.
Right, he got about 20.
Yeah,
Got to do that.
Yes, I got to do that one.
Got to do that.
But if you go back, I have a lot of quotes on my Facebook page that I think I'm going to bring in and share because I like writing.
Most definitely.
And I like reading, so I do want to get with you down and stuff because I would like to be a part of that. They said man sharp and man like steel, right? Not any man, right? Not any man can dull a sword.
Okay, let's go.
You want to leave us with that?
Yeah, he only was with that.
Drop that real heavy on us real quick.
Hey, Don.
You gonna leave that right there?
Don, tell us where they can find you at, bro.
You can find me at Don_Snipes on everything, nothing fancy. Look out for the users on Amazon Prime. Stay in your place on Amazon Prime. And
That's where.
Yeah. Look for In a Sentimental Mood too. We just dropped that. Myself and Zachary Cunningham, Deborah Spencer.
That's what's up.
Stay in your place, man. Shout out to the shoe lady, man.
The shoe lady with the stay in your place. That's the shit. I watch that movie 4 to 5 times a week, guaranteed.
For sure.
Q, where they can find you at, bro?
Check me out, eblockradio.com, man. Hit me on IG, Q.Lewis313. Fucking E-Block Radio. We in the building. You already know what it is, man. I'm representing live from the 48205.
Gang.
Red
Boom,
zone, baby.
boom, boom. Guns. Shoot. No,
He's so hood.
He's so gangster. And shout out to man and Don. I ain't gonna lie. You seem like you're a perfect fit for the crew.
Here you go.
Okay.
Yeah. And I appreciate you for having me, man.
If you want
You have officially been recruited.
right. If you want to be recruited for every Tuesday, you're more than welcome, brother.
No, man, I appreciate it.
I'm Miles Dixon.
And put him on the flyer.
M Dixon, most definitely. M Dixon 313. You've been watching Girth. Check us out. Men's Talk with a twist of line. Thank you, Miss Fifi, for producing the show, baby.
You're welcome.
And
Funky Medina,
what you got to say?
Bye.
Oh, that's right. I thought she was gonna say.
She had something to drop.
I thought she was about to
But
say.
you know what? I don't want to say bye.
I'm gonna say it next Tuesday.
You know,
Okay.
my mom,
Bet.
you know what
See
my
you
mom.
later.
You know what my mom told me. She's 84,
Yeah.
and I told her bye.
Yeah.
She said, "Don't say that to me." I
Right.
said, "Why?" She says, "Because that's forever."
Final.
Just say,
It is.
I'll
It
talk to
finally
you
is.
later tomorrow.
And you know what?
I'll speak to you another time.
Right.
That's
fine.
right.
That's
No,
Ne-
don't say bye.
next Tuesday, we definitely got to have Medina a microphone over there. So yeah, so Phoebe, we can make that note. Yeah, no,
And some headphones.
And some headphones. We don't want you shouting. All right, so
I got you.
thank you.